just a regular storm drain. I can't stick my hand in there. The gaps are too narrow, and for some reason, the lid won't budge. I can only insert the very tip in there. The rest of the stick is too big. Ooh, it looks like that. Who cares about inner beauty? A very good morning to you.
Buongiorno, signorina. Allow me to introduce myself. Alessandro Rossi.
Nina Kalinkov, pleased to meet you. What is a good-looking Italian doing at an intersection in Paris?
I am waiting for the bus.
Oh, don't you have a car?
Yes, of course. It is over there.
Oh, the red sports car?
Yes. Are you impressed?
Well, yes, a little. So why are you waiting for the bus?
I am supposed to meet some friends here in their van. They don't know their way around Paris, so we want to go on together from here. The signs here are rather misleading, so most people take a wrong turn at this point. Why don't you come with us? There is always room in my sports car.
Oh, yes. Why not? Oh, no, wait. I'm afraid I can't. There are some important things I must see to.
Too bad. But I will be here for a few more minutes in case you change your mind. Just let me know. You would miss out on a lot.
This question may sound somewhat strange, but I don't suppose you've noticed a blue stone that was used for rebuilding any of the buildings around here?
You are right. That question does sound strange. However, even if there were a blue stone around here somewhere, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
I was afraid of that. I've got to go.
Too bad.
A racy Italian sports car. It's got a pretty horse on its hood, and a not-so-pretty scratch. The car is secured by an alarm. I'm sure it will go off at the slightest touch, and since I'm the only one around here, I might actually get suspected. The clock has stopped. The car is secured by an alarm. I'm sure it will go off at the slightest touch. And since I like teddy bears, but this one looks awfully mean and grumpy. And it smells like a polecat. I like teddy bears. There's no water in it. The ceiling is painted. Impossible to see whether it contains one of the blue stones or not. The paint is peeling anyway. Maybe I'll be able to somehow remove it completely. I can't reach it. I need to come up with a different way of removing the crumbling paint from the ceiling. Ideally, one that doesn't take forever and a day. I admire the power of nature to reclaim its own. It's a long time since anything was sold here. The sign says, "Help Wanted." I'll take this sign with me. If this game doesn't sell, then at least I will know where to look for a new job. It's a long time since... I don't really want to know just how old this bubblegum is. At least you're supposed to insert euro cents. Sure, money makes the world go round and nothing comes free, even if it only takes 10 cents to buy. There was a time when 5 cents bought you a whole pack of gum. Now that's not even enough for one piece. A somewhat battered umbrella with a very sharp point. It might still be of some use as a walking stick. The switch for the fountain is also in this switch box. I think I will switch on the fountain. Nothing happened. Not altogether surprising, since there's no water in the fountain. I had better switch that fountain off. The clock has stopped. This clockwork belongs to the clock that hangs on the outside wall of the metro station. I will try to get this clock up and running again. The mechanism appears to be out of order. I bet it will stop again in a moment. An ingenious plan. I place it on the minute hand and wind up the clock. As the hand moves, it will slide off at some point, hit the car, and trigger the alarm. The only problem is this would really damage the car. Maybe I can think of something better. The sign says, "Help Wanted." Great plan. I place it on the minute hand and wind up the clock. As the hand moves, it will slide off at some point, hit the car, and trigger the alarm. The only problem is this thing isn't heavy enough. The alarm probably wouldn't go off at all. Not a bad idea. I place the candle on the minute hand and wind up the clock. As the hand moves, the candle will slide off at some point, hit the car, and trigger the alarm. I only need to make sure that I have an alibi for when it happens. A devilish plan which may cost me a lot of sympathy. If this were a computer game, it would probably be banned for being too violent. Unfortunately, though, this is not a game. but bitter reality. I'm on a mission to save the world, and a different set of laws applies for world saviors. So, here I go. Hello, are you still waiting?
Yes. I hope my friends did not get lost. What? But that is... My car! Stop! Wait! You're going in the wrong way! You need to turn here! Stop!
Ah, no! I'm completely soaked now!
That's what they call a chain reaction.
It is a disaster. Like my entire life, a total disaster.
Is it really so terrible that you missed your friends? Don't you think they'll find the right way anyway?
Yes, maybe. But it is a matter of principle. I can't do anything right. Everything keeps going wrong.
Cheer up. There will be better days.
I have been waiting in vain for years. Please excuse me. I need a few minutes to myself.
Oh my, he's really down in the dumps. I should follow him and make sure he does nothing rash. After all, I'm responsible for his mood, to some degree. Phew, I had been worried he might do something foolish. Oh, quaint. Thanks. I don't need a bath right now. In order to build my financial empire, I need to invest wisely in assets with a certain potential for growth. At the moment, I cannot see how this action would contribute to achieving that goal. I have no idea who this is supposed to be, and there's no plaque to give me a clue. I have no idea how I would be able to manipulate this statue in any way. Yesterday's newspaper. My French is a little rusty, but as far as I can tell... Oh, there's a report here about the sinking of the Calypso, the ship I was almost drowned on. Apparently they were able to rescue nearly all the passengers. Underneath is a huge advertisement by that televangelist Pat Shelton and his Puritas Cordis sect. The hasty gathering of worldly leaders in New York proves only one thing, that neither the self-proclaimed heads of state nor the so-called scientists can offer any explanation for the greatest of all disasters which is now almost upon us. And how could they? For only a steadfast belief in the might of the Lord can guide us now. He alone can be the beacon to lead us forth from the valley of the shadow of death. Hundreds of years ago, the prophet Zandona foresaw the cataclysm that is looming now. This is what he predicted. The old order of the world shall be shattered, all worldly possessions shall crumble, and from the ashes of our decadence shall rise the new kingdom of God, radiant and pure. And therefore, my call goes out to all people, to ring in their ears like one final peal of thunder, and open their eyes. Seek salvation in the arms of Puritas Cordis. Come now, before it is too late. I can't say I like that Pat Shelton and his Puritas Cordis crowd. In fact, I think they're a bunch of morons. The trouble is, I can't shake the feeling that there's method in their madness, and that they have a definite plan. A plan to make Zandona's apocalyptic prophecies a reality. Which means they're still a bunch of morons, of course, but possibly a bunch of extremely dangerous morons. In any case, they must not be underestimated. Oh, he looks pretty depressed. Hello, everything okay? I'm really worried about you.
Oh, hello. Yes, it's really not my day today. First, I scratch up my car and then I miss my appointment. They're probably halfway to Spain by now.
Oh, I'm afraid that I may be responsible for the missed appointment. Is there anything I can do for you? Anything that might cheer you up?
That is very kind of you. But I've been chasing Lady Luck for years now. She is simply too fast for me. You cannot change fate, and that is that.
The poor guy is totally dejected. Nina, you need to think of something quick, or you'll end up only being offered roles as a movie villain. If I go away now and promise to come back soon, will you promise not to do anything stupid while I'm gone?
Sure, I wouldn't even have the energy.
Wow, that is some castle. I wonder who lives there. A tennis ball. There's a hula hoop floating in the water. A few empties and a bottle of rum. I'm supposed to steal from a homeless man? As long as he can still use them, I will certainly not take them away from him. He doesn't smell of roses, but he seems to be nice enough. If only I knew why he looks so familiar. I just hope no one expects me to stand around swinging my hips for hours on end. Entertaining open-mouthed audiences is not my primary purpose in life. A tennis ball. Hello again.
Dropping by my humble abode?
You live here?
Well, it's not exactly the Ritz, but at least it's quiet. Unless somebody hangs around whining. What happened to the poor fellow?
He missed the bus.
Now that is truly a tragedy.
That fountain over there?
Let me guess. You tossed in some money in hopes that all your problems will solve themselves.
No, why would I do that?
Oh, just a thought, because tourists used to do it all the time.
They threw their money into the fountain?
Yes, they say it possesses magic powers.
They say the same thing about some high-proof spirits.
Yes, but believe me, there's no truth in that either.
Well, you ought to know. So, why did people stop tossing in money?
They probably stopped believing in miracles.
You think I ought to stop hoping for a miracle too?
It's always worth a try. And if you have money to burn...
I'll think of you, I promise.
Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to know what time the zoo opens, I suppose?
Actually, it should open just around now.
Great. Then I'll be headed there next. You sure drink a lot.
Yes, I know. I take it you have never lived on the streets.
No, not really.
It's a simple decision. Solid food gives you a lot more energy, of course. But energy for what? Nobody expects me to have enough energy to build a house or fix my car. And I don't have a job either. So I don't really need any energy for anything. What I really need, on the other hand, is a way to forget all this misery. At least for a while. And I need something to keep me warm when the nights are cold.
I understand.
No, you don't. And I can't even blame you for that. It is really hard to comprehend if you have never been in a similar situation.
Won't you at least try to escape this vicious circle?
How would I do that?
You could quit drinking, for one thing. And I could see about finding you something to eat.
I tried that. But it seems people would rather feed pigeons than their own kind.
I get it. The world is wicked and nobody loves you. If I get you something to eat, will you stop drinking?
Then I could use my money to find myself a place to sleep. It's a deal.
I'll be leaving then. I know a penny saved is a penny gained, but if I really want to help him, this just won't do. Thanks. I don't need a bath right now. Maybe it is really a wishing well. Who knows? But for all the wishes I have right now, I would probably have to toss in an armored car full of cash. The zoo. I wonder what kinds of fierce, exotic, and dangerous creatures I'm going to meet here. And of course I'm looking forward to seeing the animals, too. Cans of milk. In short, milk cans. The milk cans appear to belong to the zookeeper, and he would have to be blind and deaf if he weren't to notice if I took one. Empty, squashed, and full of tiny holes. Looks like someone vented a lot of frustration on one poor little can. That way to the monkeys. This statue is dedicated to the man who, after World War II, rebuilt the destroyed zoo, saving the lives of dozens of animals. Some prankster painted his toes red. A small bottle of red nail polish. This statue is dedicated. A bag full of baguettes. This seems to be one of the zookeepers. Hello, do you work here?
Yes, I'm a zookeeper. Can I help you?
Is it true that this zoo was rebuilt after World War II, using leftover stones from other buildings?
Yes, that's right. Why are you asking?
I don't suppose you've noticed whether a blue stone was used in any of these enclosures?
Actually, yes. There should be a blue stone in the crocodile enclosure, if I'm not mistaken. No idea what building it came from originally.
Thanks, you've been a great help. I've been wondering why you have a whole bag of baguettes by your side.
I'm waiting for the ducks.
Why does everyone seem to be waiting for something around here? The bus, the ducks, Godot.
Say what?
Never mind. Why are you waiting for the ducks? Or rather, why aren't the ducks here yet?
Usually they come to the lake by the crocodile enclosure every morning. They know that visitors to the zoo love to feed ducks, and therefore they're here the minute the zoo opens.
Clever critters. Could I have one of those baguettes?
Sure, as soon as the ducks are here.
Can't I have it now?
Why? The baguette is meant for feeding the ducks. How would you feed them if there are no ducks?
Have a nice day.
Thanks. Same to you.
That way to the crocodiles and elephants. Looks like the street cleaner knows how to work fast after all. The entire bridge is sparkling clean. Well, the van Mr. Rossi was waiting for took a wrong turn here, drove straight through the puddle, and completely soaked the street cleaner. So he no longer had a reason not to sweep the rainy side of the bridge. Life is quite simple once you actually understand it. And here's the stone I was after. This is one of the missing stones from the mosaic in the ruined church. It depicts a pawn. The stone is lodged tightly in place. I can't remove it just like that. Ducks. How nice. The stick is too thick. It won't fit in the gap. I might be able to use the point to scrape away the sand around it, and now use the umbrella as a lever. The stone is mine. This is one of the missing stones from the mosaic in the ruined church. It depicts a pawn. Maybe this will help to render the scratch invisible. Oops! Oh, rats, I spilled a little from the bottle. I hope it won't show too much. But it still looks a whole lot better now. A candle burned down halfway. The sports car is still extremely cool. And the scratch is somewhat less uncool thanks to my nail polish treatment. The car is secured by an alarm. Hello. You still look pretty depressed.
Don't I have every reason?
Look at the bright side. Here you are, sitting in this lovely park. Okay, lovely, maybe stretching it a bit, but, well, just look at the bright side.
You sure know how to cheer a guy up.
Yes, so I've been told. I've heard that fountain over there is a magic wishing well. People used to come from all over to toss in a coin and make a wish. Maybe you should give it a try.
If you only knew the things I have tried already.
It's still worth a try, though, don't you think?
Just for a brief glimmer of hope that is going to be drowned by a whole deluge of disappointment the very next second?
That negative attitude isn't helping, you know.
That is what my shrink kept telling me for years.
She was right. Well, why is she no longer saying it?
Because she is being treated herself now for chronic depression.
What this guy needs is a serious miracle. I've fixed your car. You can hardly see the scratch now.
Do you enjoy kicking a man when he is already down?
What? I really did fix your car. It may not be perfect, but considering what I had to work with, it's not a bad job.
Why would you do that? Why would my luck suddenly turn around and smile on me and send me an angel?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just having a particularly friendly and helpful day.
Very likely that. Just do me a favor and stop trampling my feelings. It would have to be a miracle if anything that could happen to me. And miracles don't happen just like that.
But
Please!
The poor guy is so despondent that he cannot even imagine why someone would simply want to do him a favor. He seems in dire need of a miracle. If I go away now and promise to come back soon, will you promise not to do anything stupid while I'm gone?
Sure, I wouldn't even have the energy.
It's halfway stable where it is,